But the thing is, the Capitals are fighting a different fight. Um, we're fighting. So the, this Cinderella story is involving Kurt. And for anyone who's not familiar with the case, this is Hull's bassist that died, Kristen. We're protecting. So essentially, my team is protecting Kurt. We got Adam Sandler because he's my doppelganger. We got Jeff Bebe, Christian, Luc Robitaille, Frank Martin, Russ Cole, and Martin Hart, True Detective, Season 1. Yes. In Mobert. Look at all the defensemen. There's Kurt. Kurt and King Buzzo need to be in the same line. I forgot who.
Thank you. Montana, so what part of California? Okay. Why am I here? Because I like to travel. But I don't
My
like
bad.
fun.
Offside. I forgot. I'm only the center.
I like to travel, and they don't. They like to go to new places and meet new people. I don't like that. Do you like a 20-hour flight from Arizona? No, you hate that part. I love it. I take Xanax. I drink. I sleep like a kitten. You complain about the travel part. You want to go, I want to see the cathedral. I want to just get out. I was in Donbass. There's no Mr. Robitaille. Down and travel. Then 11 hours on a train is beautiful. I want to run away from the murder. That's travel.
Now we can ice it.
Why are you here? Train the military. You train the military. There's You should have trained us. Andy's not so good at those 152 caliber guns. Yeah.
Wesley Willis.
He does a slow pull.
To Michael Shannon, to Buddy Repperton.
Anyway, I only came up here
Johnny said don't hit them.
Just to say thank you. The comedians are the only friendly people.
We're fighting a different fight.
Dog shit, fucking angry faced country. Hi, nice to meet you. Not even words, just and I understand you have every reason to be angry. But don't take it out on me. I don't sell airplanes and jet fighters. It's not my fault. America,
tried to caveman.
Why don't you give us bombs? I don't have one with me. I'll give you a Xanax. Thank you.
I think the most important thing about this trip is it was completely unsanctioned, unchaperoned, unfinanced.
Well, you financed it.
Yeah, we didn't have a paid gig.
You didn't have any return on your investment.
No.
Yeah.
But
no, the laughter of the soldiers on the front will stay with me forever, but it didn't pay anything.
Yeah, it wasn't a show. Andy made it a show.
Summoned a little Buster Keaton comedy or something.
Yeah, it was a lot of slapstick. There wasn't especially amongst the troops. There was not the comedians spoke.
The international languages is when you go, but
Thank you.
you go, oh, okay, I get what he's getting at. You know, even if you don't understand the words, you go, okay, pounding.
I saw the first video you posted from there when you guys
At
were
the
all
comedy.
part.
Oh,
Yeah, and
sorry,
man. I commented. I was like, wow, that looks like fun, and I was a bit envious that I was.
Frank, I told you guys not to be hitting them. I don't know what's up with Christian. He takes down the takedown.
I was like, okay, I'm pretty happy I stayed home at this point.
Yeah, it was even funkier than that, though.
Yeah.
Karaoke limo sounds like Jimmy Fallon in Comfort.
This was a junker. I think at first stoplight we just stalled out completely.
Yeah, we stalled up the hill, and it seemed unsure if the car would start, but the rapper never did. So we knew we were going to have somebody spitting rhymes. It's just a matter of if we're walking now. But everybody. I mean, there was a lot of people looking at it. It was a spectacle. The car driving around, and then it would hit something underneath.
A chunk. The smallest thing. You ran over a can and you felt the bottom scraping pavement. It was
spitting
Was
a
it?
smoke machine going. I got pushed in front.
Kristen.
I was like, oh no. And
claustrophobia. I went in first to be polite.
How'd you like to be Nirvana? I'd rather die.
Touching the ceiling?
Yeah,
That whole video. If I would have had that whole thing to myself, I would have hated it.
How'd you like to be a rock
Oh, that's probably
star?
gonna be the worst thing you guys go through, and I'm already just cringing. Like,
Well, yeah.
so
You made
low.
it sound like it was a rental. This was some piece of they bought as a lark.
Yeah.
Kind of like the unvertible.
No, like a lark. It was
Wilbert.
like a Buick Skylark.
Do your thing.
It was,
Do your
it
thug
was-
thing.
The middle could have been anything. And that was a good 25-minute drive,
at
which is
least,
probably
yeah.
a 15-minute
Oh,
drive.
no, it was longer
Just
than that.
tired.
I mean, how many songs were covered?
That's right, you sang.
I sang.
Michael Shannon?
In the back of a limo. My foot caught. At one point, I was getting hot-footed. by
Takedowns,
a
loving on
or
him,
something,
buddy.
thought my foot was on fire. And it could have been. I don't know. I didn't investigate.
And that's the thing. This was Vasil Baiduk. He's a comic. He's well known. In fact, at one point when we were fleeing a bombing, someone stopped him for a photograph. Like, really?
Yeah.
Now?
No,
We're trying to get in that train station. The city's on fire, dude. So, yeah, that's the thing. And you were in the military, so I'm sure you were around shows where they brought in people. Because when I did shows for the military, there was no wars going on. It was, hey, supporting the troops wasn't a sticker yet. It wasn't a ribbon. It was just something you made money doing. They paid for everything, and you were greeted by some, Lance Corporal that's all waxed and proper, and he gives you the guided tour and shows you all the nicest parts of North Korea. This was Vasil
Thank you.
set all this up through his own underground channels of whatever kind.
I would imagine from a troop's perspective, those USO shows are really nobody wants to go to that. You're kind of forced to. You don't want to.
All right, I'll take it. I wanted to go in the bench.
Just showing up, comedy, comedian.
Well, we ended up not even doing shows at the front and that's where Bingo made up these. I saved a few.
Can we do a line
we had
change,
200
please?
little
Thank you.
cards. We should show them.
Green one. I can open it.
You can have one.
I will open it now.
Whoops.
Okay.
Wow! What? Jesus Christ.
What does this say to you?
It say to me the distance can't be problem for us to sharing with
Take it, Andrew.
Rocky and love and keeping safe without doing it. Thank you very much.
Marty.
And this is your this is amazing.
Had different
Kurt!
pictures of
Kurt,
virtuous
score!
ladies, fat women, friends like two
paintings.
women, paintings of like two women doing fun friendship things.
Yeah.
Вася, знаешь, что было попало?
Willis, over to Buddy.
And I have the same. Ah, this is the same. Yeah, but it's a little mess.
Kristen, number 2 for Kristen.
Дружба здалеку. Friendly sheep. Far from friendly sheep. I don't know.
It said friendship from afar.
Which actually
And
the
I
translation
know.
turned out to be wrong.
I know,
Like you're far from friendship.
I know. Whoops. Whoops. But I
You're
know.
far from my friend.
Whoops.
That's just propaganda. You're
And then,
supposed to drop that to the enemy.
They're all
There was a feather in each one, and there was.
It would have been like going to a Hell's Angels rally while they're fighting against I forget the
Sorry,
Mongols.
dude.
And then, oh, by the way, this is from my wife. And there's only 4 of you.
They were cool.
They were cool. They were very cool. And the guys were cool. We showed up, I guess.
Some no name. This guy's having the time of his life. He's like, look at my name. Unrecognizable. But I have a picture.
Just actual movement traveling was 100 hours. And that's, with all the...
What the heck? Where's Uncle Buck?
And on that seating. Yeah, I don't know.
Where's Gabe?
Cigarette. You don't know. Well,
He's not behind the net?
And we flew to LA.
Oh, that's right. Gaby's not. I
Going
don't know where
to
he's
the
at.
Sky Club for a minute, and then we had the 10-hour flight, 10.5 hours. to
He's
Amsterdam,
Rosen!
And Andy's pretty lubed up right off the bat.
Who hit him? Who is this?
I was vacationing.
And we're on the it's
Adam Sandler.
it was like 3 seats, 4 seats, 3 seats. Unless you're in the very back, then you get 2 seats, 3 seats, 2 seats, and all like that's what we want because no one wants to have a middle seat. No one wants to worry about crawling
Can we
over.
get a picture of that,
to go
please?
take a piss. So we're on the left-hand side. So Andy sees it's going to be faster to run down the right-hand side and get in quicker.
I don't
But-
like
Jeff,
to be
baby.
stuck behind slow people.
Yeah, but he does it in a very Andy manner. So immediately we're red flagged as drunkards.
Yeah.
And KLM Airlines, and I don't know how this went under my radar, except maybe I should fly coach more, is they stopped serving liquor. Only beer and wine. So thank God we were a little lubed up, because as soon as I mentioned a drink to the flight attendant, she's like, don't drink too much. You can't drink too much. The good thing is we did have Xanax, so we did sleep most of that flight. I had it was the only time I've flown internationally sober, like 2 glasses of wine in 10 hours. Because
God, that sounds horrible.
it was, you would have,
Yeah.
wait till you,
If you were
we
at all
kept
on,
saying either you or Bingo. Can you imagine Bingo now? Can you imagine Chad now? Can you imagine Chad on a, because we had the option of the train in.
This is mental illness doesn't pay off.
Yeah.
We got a driver. They recommended a driver. It was actually 2 drivers because it turned out to be 13 hours driving from Warsaw, Poland to Kyiv, the capital. We had to switch drivers at the border. We went through the border. They said it could be up to 3 hours wait. You never know. And we're going through. I'm facing backwards. It's one of those vans that has 2 seats backwards, 3 forwards.
There it is.
So I got the backwards facing seat.
How did you describe our driver on the
That's not
first
the
leg
pic I
to
was
the
looking
second
for.
driver?
Hold on.
His head like a giant meat cabbage?
No, but you said I think I did. I was in
Before that.
prison. I think I was in
It
prison.
was,
when
it was
he
over
said-
here.
Oh, that was just setting up plans on the WhatsApp, and he sent a picture of our driver so we'd recognize him at the hotel. And I go, oh, I think I was in prison with him. And he said, you did, Tom?
There it is.
Like the guy who set it up, Vlad, he spoke very good English. Our driver, for the first leg, not so much.
No
Thankfully.
music, right?
No music.
No
it
music.
was fucking beautiful.
Yeah, he didn't say anything.
No words.
Anything that happened on the road that might have been stressful or something, he did like a
Adam
on his
Sandler's
pole that
giving
he rubbed, like, above
chase.
his eyebrow. Just Like he was drawing a line across it. I
He's
saw
got
him
him
do
in
it like
his
5 or
sights.
6 times, so I knew it was a
He
tick.
didn't try to talk to you.
But that was the only human emotion he showed was he would do this.
And it was Poland, and it was it was beautiful. It was like Wisconsin, and it's fall, so there's some color, some foliage, and I was just jazzed the whole time.
Yeah, it was
And then we got to
exciting.
the border, and now we're getting stressed, and we're gonna have to
Yeah,
get
that's
out.
a good-
Or
that's a
they're
good
gonna
shot,
search
right.
Am I gonna have to
Yeah.
You can
explain what
definitely tell you're
Xanax
going
is?
through a serious border too there.
Yeah, that's the guns are out, and all they did
He's
was
going
he
for the
talked
kill.
to them, gave them all our passports. They looked in the trunk real
Knock
quick.
the helmet
And
off.
he must have told them that we're famous or something because they go. And then we drove into Ukraine and then switched drivers with Vlad. And Vlad was
He started off with playing Frank Sinatra, Bingo's favorite.
Oh man, I was so
Yeah.
thankful I wasn't there at that point.
Yeah.
you like this, huh? You like this?
Oh,
yeah.
I would have died.
Yeah, Doug gave him he told him the ear bit, or
Music is
and then he seemed to be everything he would play, he was nervous about it being criticized, and he was like a very nervous DJ at that point. But
I gotta get home. Do you have snacks? Because he told me ahead of time. I will stop for dinner, right? You'll pay for my dinner. We sit down, and at that point he's like, I got to get home. We're late. We're very late.
I have cats and dogs.
Marty.
A lot of cat and dogs on the trip.
He looks like Woody Harrelson,
Yeah.
no? A little
So
bit.
we're getting really late. We're staying at a Holiday Inn.
Well, to look like Woody Harrelson, you have
the first driver. You described him as you look like a knee breaker.
Yeah.
Curl
you,
your lip.
you did time? I go, no, he just looks like I didn't say Russian mob because you go, oh yeah, don't say Russian. It's very offensive. That's like the N word over here. That's the new R word over there. You call him all day. So I said, yeah, you look like a mob, the knee breaker for the mob. He goes, yes, but he's a very nice man. Turns out he was a torturer.
I'm going to try to help the
Torture
Hawks
for the
now.
Ukrainian police. Back in the day when a cop could be a cop.
You were very good at judging characters then. You were absolutely
Yeah,
spot on.
100%. No music, no human emotion about, he just drove and didn't, try to engage us in conversation with the awkward language barrier.
Yeah, after 20 some hours of travel, so
All right, let's
we
help
were,
the Hawks.
We were calm. I don't
We're
even
gonna
know
let
if
him have
we
the game.
practiced there. I still don't know. But,
Yeah, it was up in that lounge.
Oh, yeah. So, and Vlad, that guy, he just seemed like that kind of guy. He did not, like every other, what you would think of,
Well, what was the other music choices? Like from Frank Sinatra,
I think we did get him to finally play, yeah, we got him to play Marilyn Manson. He said, I don't like Marilyn Manson.
A couple of
I
no
go,
names,
"How about
scored a
if we
couple
get
goals.
An intro to this one song live, and I called
Denton.
Manson, and Manson never answers my calls.
He's like, I hate
but when he
music.
knows
I no longer like
somehow,
music
like
on
when
this
we called
team.
him with the donuts at Johnny Depp's house, and he was there at 5 o'clock traffic in a flash with Krispy Kremes and a bag of blow.
We're only as strong as our
He
weakest
answered
link,
the phone, and I
Denton.
go,
We
"Yeah,
need
he says He
you.
doesn't like you, but can you just tell him what my favorite song is so we'll play it?" And he said, "Killing Strangers," and the guy put it on.
Hi, here's Manson. Can you see it? Yes, that's Manson. Okay, tell him hello. You're telling him hello. Yeah, I don't like your music, so sorry. Can you just tell him my favorite? Can you play one song? Manson will tell you my favorite song of his. Killing Strangers. Killing Strangers. Yeah, I'll find it. You will find it. Might have just got a new fame.
Dewey.
Yes. Yeah, and we'll get speak back. I love you very much. I miss you. And
As soon as we get the puck, we're pulling the goalie. It's my call.
I said, "So is it better when you get the live introduction from the artist?" I still don't.
We
know.
knew that was going to happen. I'm trying to help them win, and Kristen comes out of nowhere.
Yes, I started smoking a little bit.
With a
This
Hetty.
is weird. I saw on Instagram.
Kristen's like, no, we're not letting them win. All right, fine. Fine, you guys are.
Him talking to Tom.
I really like their band and their podcast.
I
I just wanted them to
They
win.
were like out somewhere, and I'm like, could Mark Maron start smoking again? Because that would be breaking news.
Yeah, that would.
So I started smoking, but they will not go back to Bisbee. And I got American Spirits because I was smoking.
I tripped my own teammate.
Polish gunpowder sticks called Lucky.
Can you go down
Strikes,
for something like that?
Without any kind
Scott
of
did it?
licensing.
Yeah, I'd say, well,
He's tripping?
Take drags or borrow or bought one like in Vegas here and there. But this was like, you went from, let me have that, buy a couple of cigarettes. We're at the airport.
Oh, it started in LAX
Yeah,
because
LAX.
we're at the Tom Bradley.
You didn't even have the war to fall here. I've been thinking it was the war that
Have you been to LAX?
Cigarettes.
Have you been to LAX
You
recently?
broke down at LAX.
LAX is not easy these days. But yeah,
It's a 20-minute walk from the Sky Club.
Don't return him, pull him.
Give me some warning about a 20-minute walk, and I go, wait, Tom Bradley has that weird secret balcony you can smoke at. And I went in, I bummed one, and the guy goes, I'm leaving anyway. Here, take the whole pack. Lucky Strike foreign. So yeah,
I was I didn't bring any weed on that leg of the trip. I guess we were out of our stash at that point, and I go, I didn't know about that smoking lounge either, but I know about stashing weed or getting rid of some joints before flying.
You started going through the bushes.
Planter boxes and bushes and found 3 joints.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I bet you found some,
Yeah.
I didn't know that till later. There's a lot of stuff I didn't know till later.
Yeah, well, you know how
they're trying to shoot down drones, but
yeah. Like in comedy clubs, there's always like.
What did I do? What did I do? What did I do?
You reach above the cabinets and
Boarding.
comics that had to fly out and blow or.
You can't board it, it gets upset. Its hair falls out.
It's like a
Fucking dog has fucking papers.
But I was like, I'm not a weed, what a bummer. And I was like, I could do something about this.
When I always smoke like where the service people smoke cigarettes or whatever, like when we go to Las Vegas or when you used to have to hide it in Las Vegas. But I always leave a half one like nearby, hoping somebody will find it. So I love it when Andy tells me
Me and Alex smoked the last joint, and he had to take off because this lady was getting ready to go get on an Uber. And we're in a discreet area by a sign, Tucson or whatever airport,
Welcome to Tucson Airport.
Yeah, welcome to Tucson Airport sign, But she's walking by and she smells it and goes, "Really?"
Is that Haley's vomit?
I
gotta show you Gary's boots. Gary's boots.
Or whatever, and
but he mumbled it.
but I think
like
you got a
always.
profile.
Yeah, well,
I was thinking, I would think on the way back.
See if he's on the bench.
If that same situation, I think I would have gotten an Uber.
Who's sitting next to who? Michael Shannon sitting next to Ronnie, sitting next to Ben, sitting next to.
So yeah,
to
we
Herb.
get in very late. It's probably 11 o'clock at night. The bar
Next to
was just
some
closed.
real guy.
But we had.
Then
we had our
Gabe,
stores,
Jerry,
so-
Deanna, Andy,
buy wine at the reception.
Denton.
I know.
We know his
Yeah,
name
oh,
now.
that's
Willis,
Right,
two or three bottles.
Vasil, the
Brian, and
comedian,
Hudson
showed up
Hawk.
with his buddy Kid
There's
Rock.
Uncle
I still
Buck.
don't know how to pronounce his name, but Krak. Yeah, Kid Rock.
Yeah, he was.
You
great.
know how to say it?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
You know.
Have
You
you
know.
been, you've been talking to him behind our backs?
So that means Haley's vomit is on the ice. There he is.
You say it was so physically taxing to listen to this Kid Rock guy because he
No,
had
that's Dewey.
enough English. Most of his English was, "How do you say?" or "What's the word for?"
Yes. This is I and my friend's car. We buy it on the side with some.
Is Gary not at the game?
Stuff. This is American car.
Yeah.
But
Haley's vomit. Where are you at?
People in Ukraine.
Well, that's why that other guy's probably playing. Maybe Gary's hurt right now.
I
With the big bulging eyes and very intense. How do you say you? Thank you for coming.
Yeah, and I hung out with him probably more than anybody.
Well, because he had the weed.
I already knew that.
Kid Rock had the weed.
Yeah. You have stores here, and he eventually explained it was a black market, and he gives it to you like, how black a market was it? Because it was like dime bags back in the day. You know, it was like a gram that looks like it was carried across the border in somebody's working boot.
That's probably exactly what happened.
I know.
So they let us sleep in, thank God. That first night, I got him a hotel there, room, because there's curfew.
Yeah, not like your folks tell you to be in at a certain time. Like you'll get taken down or bombed if you're outdoors.
So the second night I told him at first, hey, you know, you're our tour guide. You're our general. All of our whatever you want us to do, we'll go. You don't know about.
Get it.
Rather than try to fight the language barrier, let's just say okay. So
Bobby.
We went to the show. He had set up a show. He had called every comic in Ukraine that, you know, I mean, half of them are on the front lines anyway, because if you're old enough to tell jokes, you should be killing Russians. So he got, and he didn't tell him why. I just told him it's very important to be at the show. And he had, then he introduces this duo, female singing duo, who are huge from Eurovision. They were finalists in Europe's Got Talent.
Okay, yeah.
Jerry Hall, I call her Hal. Her name is unfortunately spelled Heil, Heil Hitler, and Ileona, and they're two lovely ladies. So he introduces them like that's the reason he brought them out. He got this singing duo, and they went out and sang their hit song. That's all the rage across Ukraine. And then they brought me up, right?
Yeah, I think they announced it.
Yeah. I was in the green room hidden the whole time, and then ta-da, and then there's the big surprise.
I know there's supposed to be a war. I haven't seen it. But they did a story in the New York Times. She said every comedian I talked to said that you were an influence. So my ego. I am not here to do comedy. I'm here under the President Zelensky to recruit you into the army.
Pass it back.
We have orcs to kill in the Donbass. Now get on your body armor and let's get them out of here.
And so I said a few dumb things, and everyone.
The audience went ape. I watched the video.
I have very little recollection of this evening because I drank vodka pretty hard before going.
Oh, and then
I was introduced to cherry wine.
Drunk Vishnu, drunk cherry, that's the name, drunk cherry. Drunk cherry? Okay.
Went down so fine.
It was. It tasted like cherry flavored Sunny D. You know, that's just.
Oh my God.
That sounds horrible.
It was horrible. Yeah. So Andy's drunk on cherry wine, and then I did some old bit. That bit because it's about the comedian that was a virgin in his whole act was horrible about being a 25-year-old virgin, and then I paid a girl just to ruin his act, and that's why I never worked with new. It was new comic related. I go, this is the closest thing. I don't have anything about the war. I have no experience yet, so. And I did that one bit, and then went outside and took a lot of pictures, and said thank you a lot. And Manishkada is how you say sorry. I learned how to say hello, privet, and Manishkada. That's all I know is privet. Sorry. Everyone was fucking cool.
Did a lot of people speak English, or was it really
very,
really
very?
Feel
it was rare to hear. It was rare to hear, very good English, like mine.
That part alone would be weird.
Yeah, when language is your only skill, I have nothing else but telling jokes, and when that's gone, then it's just another picture. The two open mics we went to were like meet and greets in a circle where the last person shows up again. One more picture for my friend at the front.
Or something else, yeah. I worked the meet and greet the second night, but it was like, a 2-room party with like 30 to 60 people you don't know, and then they just keep, you bounce into them again, and then they have something add on to what they said. There's a few in that group that spoke English. There was a guy who came in and had a heavy-handed handshake that was passed on to me with weed and papers. But man,
that was an American guy that you go, oh, this is why we have a bad reputation. he looked like
ouch. Yes.
Yeah, he looked like.
Oh, that was hilarious.
He looked like if Chad Shank weren't a badass. Like you were just a complete nerd.
And Buddy went down for it.
Twice the
and he was
weight.
had a cane, so
That's probably where he hides his weed.
Yeah.
I don't understand it either, Buddy.
Yeah, he goes, you need more weed. Yes, because that was like a gram, dude. And it was a full 3 days ago, and we went to the front. So yeah, but he goes, and he pulls it, he gives me, well, first off, he presents me with a bottle of cherry wine, which I was like, oh, I was going to try to stay sober tonight, whatever, but which went in a bag, and then later he got it. So he's an Indian giver of cherry wine. Because he got, and then he's got cups.
You didn't drink that. Get that out of your bag.
I definitely drank some of it, but he poured it, and I go, hey, he had 2 bottles of cherry wine? He goes, no, he took it back. He goes, oh, it's a gift, but I'm just giving you a cup, but you go ahead and, anyway, so, I forget. Oh, but yeah,
It all closed down early. We went to that open mic.
Out of his hood, though. Yeah. It was just like, it's like, we pulled it
like it was like the worst magic trick that your 5-year-old is attempting for the first time.
Yeah.
Because
They never look here.
Yeah.
Right.
He didn't say. Andy was the one. Oh, by the way, do you have any more weed? And he goes, I don't. And he tried to do this. I don't.
You know who he reminded me of a little bit? It was if he could be me.
Almost.
He's Ukrainian meat. He's hard to understand. He mumbles, says, you're like, all right, let's get the out of here. Over dramatic. He smokes weed.
Yeah, so that closed. Not only did it close down, but we had to catch the midnight train. Not the midnight train, the night train.
On the road.
What do you got?
Oh, bunny rabbit on the road.
There's a kid over there earlier.
Once you've been to a war zone, you have eyes in the back of your head. You're like, is that a Rusky? No, that's just a Peter Rabbit. But it's good to get the gun up and shoot it anyway.
I'm going to be like Andy. We're going to be wedging Ukrainian war into every conversation now.
You know what else sucks about Putin?
So we go to, we do the open mic, the surprise, and then we have to catch the night train to Donbass and overnight. And there's 4 of us, and the sleeping cars, there's no dining car. It's not like Amtrak where there's a bar and dinner or a snack bar. It's here's your 4 bunks. And Vasil, turns out he's in a separate car. So it's me and him. And it's just like prison as far as I'm concerned, because you don't know who. I guess they were assigned beds, but
Yeah.
Vasil wasn't with us. A wounded veteran. Oh, that was the guy with the
Yeah.
meat cabbage head.
Meat cabbage
Just
head.
angry with a weeping war wound on his knee.
You know those brown wraps? There was an orange spot soaking through the brown Ace Band-Aid.
Oh, see, I would have turned around at that point.
And
I've
yeah.
been waiting to see where.
I'll tell you where I decided. It was the next morning where I had to decide if I would walk home from hundreds of miles away. We got, so it's a night train, so we pass out the Xanax, hit the whiskey flask a few times, and let's all just lay down so this guy can sleep. And we didn't want to get out the toilet. Made that train spotting toilet look like
Yeah, and there was a suction that so you take it, and it would.
you shouldn't it?
No, I didn't, but I know that's what happened.
Oh.
Though they just dump it on the tracks. So when the train stops, they lock
They
the
lock
toilet.
it.
So you can't go in there because you'd be at the station.
And even Andy has lines.
Yeah. No, my froze up when I saw that. And, reversed
Alex
course.
didn't or piss, I don't think, on any train ride. Even the 15-hour
way.
one back.
Yeah, that's good. That's
So
a
this
podcast.
was 11 hours.
That's a podcast we'll revisit.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, I got a.
That sounds like a documentary.
Yeah. But we had to. So bottom bunk Cabbage Head. You know, he's taking up a lot of space with his sore leg that we had to kind of maneuver around. Because we
At
had.
one point, I saw something fall.
Firing howitzers all day long. What happened? It went off Kristen somehow.
Falling out.
Donnie with 3 fucking howitzers in a row. They were just crack, crack, crack.
6'4", and the bunk's
Boom!
No.
Oh, okay.
5'10". 5'11". Is that a thing? 5'11".
5'11" with that posture.
9'11". Yeah.
Uh,
I knew. Yeah.
and he didn't move, but I saw something fall, and the guy reached out to grab, and I'm like, oh god. I was just so afraid of like waking up quickly and kicking his knee, because he's already.
Is this a humiliation ritual, man? Like, you guys are playing with an open net and they can't
There's a
win.
video where you hear women screaming and
Ouch.
because this guy watched it and no emotion, and then later you could tell something was funny. He was watching.
No, it was like someone laughing hysterically. Where if you just watch whatever it was, if you just listen
There you
to
go.
it,
Jer
you'd start
Bear.
laughing because it's contagious.
Yeah, it's like
and this
Number
guy's
2.
looking at it like the person laughing is standing over his dead child.
He's staring at it like it's the 400th night in a row of potato dinner. So yeah, not a lot from him. And
So we get off the train.
in Doom, yeah,
Donbass.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, it's a town.
It's
I'm not even gonna. Donbass is a region, and the town. I don't know if we landed. There was one town that I think that's where we had croissants that sounded like crematorium, with
Norbert.
something Polish or something Slavic at the end, like crematorisk.
Keith had a feel of like a woman with a nervous laughter or something.
Sorry,
But when
Ben,
you
I
got
have
to
to do
Doombox,
this.
it was a
I tried
full-on,
tripping him.
She'd been hit a few times, and
I thought we had an empty
walking
net.
with
We do
her,
now.
there's a,
We do
there's a lot of
now.
Old women pushing bikes with flat tires. I'm like, where's this? Where's the bike?
Cover that's
The Russian
Led Zeppelin
people.
album.
Yeah. That's what it looked like, and you could just it was a nervous edge to as soon as you got off the train there, and it was about kind of getting what. How do we? And that's where
We were immediately met at the train station by troops that our friend Vaseline seemed to know personally. And he's all handshakes, but we forget he's famous.
Yeah,
and
now he's really famous because he's got a cool watch.
So you were just having to interpret everything.
Yeah,
based on-
yeah, we did rely on him for almost
Yeah.
every
Well,
communication.
from that point on, with these
The soldiers there, I rode with 2 guys, and one of them spoke enough English to ask questions and not understand, so
the answers.
a real game, it was a game, and then they gave me, he goes, you want energy drinks? All right, and I sucked down 2 of them, they were beers. So
We didn't
they,
know
I
till
guess they
later,
were pranking me. They had fun. They were making fun of my shoes. I was wearing white running shoes to the front, which is they
I
don't
was
tell
still
you
in my
this in the
tuxedo.
magazine. A lot of the war zones are in muck.
And they did. They took us to a croissant shop so we could get a breakfast sandwich. And I tried to make a joke. One of the guys, the fucking badass, he was the commander. He was missing a finger.
He was in it from the beginning.
Yeah, the Maripol.
Defending his neighbors in Maripol.
I think we're mispronouncing that, so
Yeah.
I'll apologize. Huh? There's one, Mariupol. There's one syllable I'm missing, but that's a place that no one laughs about. It's that got decimated, and that was their hometown. This brigade, and he has one of those stories where he was supposed to be on the other helicopter, but they moved him, and all his friends got killed in the one he was supposed to be on. So he wore that on his face. He was
the driver, and he drove like it.
This is where I was debating, could I walk home? Because my fear, even with Chaley driving or someone who's not braking quick enough at an intersection, and I think that we're going to go through it. My mother would do the same thing, hit the imaginary
brake. And he's the captain,
brake,
and Ben is the assistant.
Oh, did we forget a part? We must have.
Yeah, no. Well, you forgot about just describe his driving from A to B. So as we separated,
But no, it's important because we must have said we were there a night after open mic because the second night we did a gala event, high dollar thing.
Say it again. Say it again for them.
They do all these shows to raise money for the troops, which is really fucked up when you think about it from our perspective, where that's just a given. You have money.
So G.I. Joe can hunk it at a family. You're like, all right, let's raise some, there's a lot of families over there that just get away with it.
So I brought Mother's ashes and an ashtray to auction off. I thought that would be oh my God, they were aghast.
Yeah. Today we have very exclusive auction for the auction. Very. Doug, please, can you tell me what you have for this auction?
So this is an ashtray with Mother's ashes inside. And my actual mother's ashes.
Oh, someone got hurt.
And your mother had a dream to be in Ukraine.
Who hit him?
Unfortunately, it turns out it's very illegal in my country to sell dead people.
But in Ukraine.
4501, 4502, 4503, 4504, 4504, 504, 4,500, 1000 гривень 3, 12 тисяч гривень 4, 12 тисяч гривень 4,5, 12 тисяч гривень.
Anna, take good care of Mother.
Продано Анні! Oh yeah!
Yes?
Bill Hicks.
She's not dressed. Keep it coming.
Thank you very much, Anna. Thank you very much, and Doc Stanto.
That followed our limousine night.
And Vasil's idea was to save half of Mother's ashes. So now we're having croissants at breakfast. I go out to smoke. I pull a cigarette out at the table to go out to smoke, and all four of these SEAL Team 6 guys like I'm pulling out a gun or something. I'm going outside. Okay.
It must. I don't know because they didn't react at all when you pull out a gun around them. I mean, they do.
Yeah. Then we go outside, and now the prison jokes start. Where the fat one, we were deciding which one would die first if this was a war movie, and that guy would have been it. And he's the one. How do you say? Vasil looks up. Captivity. I'm like, prison? He goes, yeah. Boom, boom. He's saying how he would me in prison.
Yeah, I think they said P. Diddy.
Wow.
Okay, now we found the level of the room.
Yeah.
We start driving, and they
Like
explain to us, hey,
screaming,
we're
that's
going
awesome.
do this, do this, do this. And we're driving through this small city town. It's more of a town.
A lot of bombing.
It's a Sierra Vista without the stores. But I'm looking, I don't know what 160 kilometers, turns out it's about 100 miles per hour through small streets with dogs and cats and children and bicycles.
Dogs are straight. There's like dog packs. You know, it ain't a great zone for the dogs.
I mean, someone was trying to merge, and if they acted like they're laying on the horn, the guy pulled out his gun and like,
Da nahui. Pusztaj sniabraj. Wajse, pišo nahui.
I feel like I might have stayed if I would have went with you.
Oh yeah.
I like it here. It's all right.
It was like I was in the second vehicle and they were just keeping up, so it was a little more sane. They had like dancing, like Taylor Swift music, Britney Spears, just danceable chicks. In the other cars, death metal and rage.
Skin Hate was one of the bands they were playing. We looked it up. They're not.
Not what it sounds like.
Yeah, it's kind of like Black Pussy. Our friends. That's not what it's.
But all the time, the music blaring in that. Because I got to write in it later, but blaring music and this guy driving like it's a fucking video game. I mean, you can't believe some of the you're seeing, and I'm in the vehicle following him, going, "Holy, are you kidding me? What's the word for?
We're going down for something."
So there's four of us. So
who did it?
Alex,
Rust Cole.
The death vehicle.
Are these the nihilists, Walter?
And he's with Bosco, so they can translate. But no, I was with the commander, Mr. Missing Finger from Maripol. Let's just call him the Bachelor, because you'll never know if he's married or not.
I told you, I'm a pessimist.
You talk about paranoid in his own, though. It's like the only person I know there, Bosio, and then Kid Rock, and then.
I just mispronounced almost everyone's name except for mine. He even called Alex Alec.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's just.
It made me wonder I was like, have I been wrong all this? No, I'm pretty sure that's Alec. I have to reevaluate it.
When I learned it as Alec, because I put it in my phone that way, and then I since have gone back and corrected it, but trying to do better on that. You know how you go through like a long ass, like you're somewhere and there's construction going on and the road's chewed up here and half of it's there and there's situation that there's like those iron crosses and roads bombed. You can tell where the road's been. Not a sinkhole, it's been bombed, so there's different things, and this guy's weaving through it like not even putting on the brakes until he have to put a lock him up.
And there are bombs. You can hear explosions just off in the distance, like monsoon season.
Hopefully.
Thunder.
When you're lucky, it's off in the distance.
And they don't show fear, but at some point, very early on, the commander, the Bachelor, decides they tried to talk to us in their own language. I'm like, hello, Privi, Manishkada, hello. So they stop, they pull over,
Yeah, that's where all of a sudden they pull Vasio. Vasio's pulled out of my car, and then now I'm alone with two. The gypsy, he said he was a gypsy and he would steal everything.
Well, he was the Andy Andrews.
I know.
So now we're in it's not, this isn't a military vehicle. No, there are,
there are no more military vehicles? Is that what you're going to say?
There are.
Well, there are, but not that can do 160
Get off the ice,
an hour
dude.
Through a city and dodge dogs and old women. So I'm up in the hump of the back seat, and I'm like crushed in the middle because I'm the small girl, and so I have this.
What was going on with Kurt right there? I gotta see.
Video game, and we're loaded with heavy jackets, and I can't even get in middle
Gabe
seat,
was having
seatbelt
words.
on. So I'm just looking at a windshield that I'm going to go through. My biggest, I can't even move my feet to stomp the imaginary brakes, and I don't know if I ever grabbed onto you and I was grabbing onto the seats, but that's when I thought maybe I could walk, because I don't know if, and that's when they go.
All right, so it's like Kurt's like,
Which is illegal
hey,
in Donbass.
Gabe,
So
leave
hopefully
Nathan
not
alone.
getting ratted out. They said beer is like
Leave
alcohol's
Nathan alone,
more
dude.
illegal than like cocaine would.
You were drinking from the same stash as I was. They didn't read beer on. I said he told me
Gabe
it was
is
an energy
gonna be
drink.
like,
I didn't
I'm
think I
gonna
could
do
drink
whatever I
alcohol.
want, dude.
They
He's
were giving Alex
cheesing.
the orange
something else
cans
is being
right now.
said.
They were giving me the green cans, which, all right, this is, Tuborg was the first one. It was nice and cold. So I think they had planned on that for themselves. But they gave it to me like gentlemen. And then everyone after that was hot as, but I drank them until, and it was never not scary until we got.
I remember.
Our first stop.
I forget what I mean, there's so many scary situations you're witnessing. Like you said, we're an alert when we're in those cars that are most heightened sense of awareness we've been in a decade. And I go.
That morning after an all-night train with very broken sleep with the injured guy.
We have two assistants and a captain.
Now we're on the driving. I said to I go. After one, we hit the brakes, and I go, well, that guy must not be with Progressive. And then he goes, what? Who's Progressive? And he starts talking about politics, and I go, never mind, wrong audience.
I made the joke at the croissant stand that Vasil translated, and I said that everyone tried to calm us by saying that Ukraine is less dangerous. You're more likely to get killed in a car accident than by a bomb. And I said they must know my driver. And he translated it to nothing. Like now he's gonna do. This is like when you tell someone, like if I get on the back of your motorcycle and I go, hey, I'm really scared of these things, so drive real nice, and you go, oh, you're scared of these, huh?
Yeah.
And now it's on. Now it's, wow.
Yeah, I was holding back before, mother.
Yeah, it's like you're on. It's like you're on a knee board, and your buddy's on the throttle in the boat.
So our first stop is at the artillery range, and this is what Vasil's plan was. I'm going to pour Mother's ashes into a 152 caliber shell.
Missile.
I think it's a shell. No, I think
Artillery round.
Artillery
But
round.
a big one.
Yeah, it's a big bada boom. I'll show you a picture. Actually, this will be interspliced with pictures, video of. So I go, they go, you need to sign. So I signed Mother's final ride on the shell as it's loaded into the gun.
You got your back.
That's cool.
He's gonna
Okay.
That's the pass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then I gingerly walk out. We're out in the field with the netting.
We just go up these roads, and then that wasn't our first stop. Our first stop was at bomb damage. Before, so we went to a bombed ass, sad ass. Like
it was a church or a school. So when we walked through, just an absolutely decimated. What you picture World War II.
Explosions wiped out everything, but there was a swinger.
Edifice of a building.
And a wall. And Doug or somebody says.
Vasil says, "Oh, there's it," because Andy, I'm doing broken. You start speaking in broken English. Yeah. Andy, there's a cat.
Kurt.
You want to take care of the cat? Because they'd already bonded over their love of cats, and I'm like, oh. There was the most beautiful Siamese cat.
Yeah.
Darling, not.
I think it was a dude. He wasn't feral. Or at least, I guess maybe if you're in a war zone and bombs are going off, you can't afford to be that feral. You're like, but I'm going to put trust in you just so I can see if you'll help me get the cat in there.
And I go, oh, Andy will take that cat in a second. And then I went, oh, I have tuna.
Yeah,
And I ran
so
back.
Doug goes for the
I got
tuna.
some of big those pouches of tuna. Maybe your cards didn't go as far as they could go, but tuna. A dog came up, this like just so matted like Meatwig gets. This matted dog and this cat.
I climbed up a wall and a brick wall that was left in the rubble, and got up to the cat. And he came up to me, and then I go, "Hold on, my buddy Doug. He's a famous comedian in America, but I know you don't know who he is out here. But we're doing a meet and greet in an artillery in about 20 minutes, and this is just a chill out time. And I think Bosio wanted us to get the sickness of what had happened.
They've already unloaded all of their fucking guns and rounds and all the bullets and all there was on top of my bag. So I'm like, I don't want to accidentally nudge something and set off a Kalashnikov while I'm trying to get tuna packets for a kitten and a dog.
Oh man, yeah.
But the cat got the ranch flavor, and the dog had to settle for sweet and spicy, and he probably has to this day.
The cat came up to where I was on the wall and ate the food, and I was like, hey man, and I got to touch it a few times, and then I felt like I should just grab it and put it in my jacket and throw and fade to the wind like I've already done on this trip, and take this out of there, that zone, and then the wall started crumbling like a Mellencamp or Cougar song, I guess. I decided not to grab it, but that wall was making that sound that you better get the glare, you might be under brick. So
the dog
best
was
of luck to
shaking
him.
so badly, and I teared up, and I'm like, oh, we can't do that with these guys.
Yeah, that's where you kind of, we weren't there long, but you have to put some things aside, like seeing the suffering of dogs alone had me crying a time or two, and seeing that cat and thinking, well, maybe I should have scooped it up there, but then what would I do about it? But it's like you feel a sense of helplessness.
Yeah, that cat was probably running out of kids to eat.
Well, but you kind of have to scratch away at your human, shields and stuff, and going, I can't help here, and and I got to
be a helpless feeling.
Yeah,
that's horrible.
Hey, Dollar Tree tuna is the best we can do, but they got it.
Yeah, and
So then they go, oh, okay, we're going to the artillery range.
I don't know any of this. I'm just following along. Nobody's communicating, telling me what we're up to. We just go down roads, and you get out and you follow, and then so I went down the path with these guys, and when the soldiers they do a handshake, half arm acknowledgement of each person, and as you go by, and you just keep walking. It's like you're on the most serious ass hike of your life, and you don't know where you're going, and so we end up near this piece of equipment.
Yeah, someone said it must be Russian if it's 152 calibers. That's all we know.
Next, remember in Stripes at the end, it's like Guns and Ammo magazine. Doug Stanhope speaks about the Russians are. But yeah.
So they say we're going to fire at the Russians, and then we're going to have to run because they can find
you are.
Yeah. So I'm ready to run.
Incoming.
Shoot it like it's a drone.
On the most serious ass hike of your life, and you don't know where you're going. So we end up near this piece of equipment.
Someone said it must be Russian if it's 152 calibers. That's all we know.
Incoming.
Shoot it like it's a drone. Yeah, Life During Wartime by the Talking Heads has been in my head ever since then. Send a message to the receiver. Hope for an answer someday. So then I sneak out, right on the shell, and then I get the away from that big ass gun.
And they bring it,
And they go, wait, no, come back. You have to, Basil, your mother's ashes. So they unscrew the top of the thing. You must know how it works. And then, so I go to sprinkle, put the ashes in the head of. No cigarette. I had a lit cigarette.
They show us how you do it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, don't spill it.
End result is cigarette.
Oh, it flopped one in.
Pumping gas with a cigarette. Probably the most toxic bomb over here.
Here's the
Papadopoulos.
thing. These guys work, and the day's not over. These are the most badass guys in the world. And even with a lit cigarette near an artillery
Dude,
shell,
I went full like ballerina on that shot.
Yeah.
But the only time they panicked was when I pulled out a cigarette in a croissant shop. And all four of them were like, no, what are you up? Jesus.
We're civilized people here, you mother.
You know, in a bad case scenario, somebody puts a spark on one of those, Chad, with a bomb, with it opened, and somebody flicks ashes in there inadvertently. Could it blow up?
Well, sure. And the whole thing is there shouldn't even be any cigarettes allowed up into that whole area.
And that's
I mean, much less a lit one. Like, there should be no...
It was like when you're camping.
You got a lighter, match? Get the f*** out of here
It's
with
like
it.
bear camping. I mean, there's, you know, mud steps going down to a trench. And
So I put the ashes in the thing after I put out my cigarette. This is, again, exactly why, if this was a chaperoned, sanctioned thing, we would have not been there at all, much less having a cigarette, because they're all smoking cigarettes, but just not over the gunpowder, thanks. So then I did that. Then I get the back, and I'm hiding with Andy.
yeah, they go, hey, clear, you know.
They go, what? What, you, what, fire? Yes.
Так а что, дел? Куда ты стал? Давай сюда. Как его звать? Будет за ручку дергать, это ж его мама. Mother's on her own now. Fire! 3, 2, 1, fire! Holy
Thing. Like, with your eyes squinted, you could see bright orange. And just the wave.
The trees gave a shrug, you know.
Did you have hearing protection or anything? Okay.
Yeah,
I was like, how primitive are these mother?
Some of them weren't wearing anything. They're like
just told us to open our mouths.
Open your mouth. Exactly, yeah.
Скажи ему, чтобы еще рот открыл.
Да.
Open your mouth.
Oh, they didn't tell me that.
Oh, yeah. That was the one thing I had no problem with.
Okay.
He has one picture of me, a still shot from the video, where I looked like my eyes got this close together. It blew me Mongolian.
That's the title of the podcast. Bloomy Mongolian.
Well, I have a cushion. It's a Mongolian airline cushion to present you.
It is the most hilarious picture. And I'm just like, oh.
Like unreal.
So then they're like,
then they ask me, and it's like what you said at Skank Fest. I'm not saying no to any drugs. I was like, I don't want to be rude, so they offered me with, you know, I don't know, I go, yeah, you know.
Сильнее.
Don't break it, Andy.
What do I do?
Bye, guys.
Oh, boom, and then I did like Curly from the Three Stooges, because I guess I didn't cock it proper and it had a little extra kickback, and I went running out like whoop 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 whoop
He literally was doing.
And some of the soldiers were actually laughing. The laugh you laugh at a funeral. You keep it quiet.
No, the laugh you laugh at a fucking moron when. Like when Kenny does open mic.
Right. Well, yeah. There's probably a reason I'm alive, and one of it is nobody's really trusted me around weapons or artillery.
Except for.
Yeah. Wait.
Right, yeah, because I was careful not to point it.
Wait a minute, I don't want to disturb. But
I said your movies suck. I said your movies suck. They always suck.
So we can't confirm numbers or anything, but there may have been a third bomb that went off, and then we cleared the area because everybody has to disperse for a while.
But I don't. None of them did.
You guys get any kill?
I
asked on the way. I said, how far can one of those go? And because we were 7 kilometers from the front line where the actual gunshots work, and they said it go up to 26 or 28 kilometers.
Yeah, they didn't have them aimed at nothing, you guys. I mean.
Yeah, I was just saying that they didn't. They told us how much everything costs, from the drones to the things, and even when we were firing bullets later, we were like, well, this is coming out of your pocket.
Okay, so we went from that, then we walked
up
down
Adam
into
Sandler
where
in front of everyone.
That's the thing.
Okay.
They told us that we're gonna shell the Russians. So again, at that price, it's not going into an open quarry for fun. It's not Tannerite and Joby.
Yeah.
But I'll give Joby credit. They said we're gonna have to run afterwards. Hang on, the Joby part comes later. They told us initially we will fire on the Russians and then we will have to run because they will triangulate. They didn't say that word, but someone came up with it. And then so we fired at the Russians, and then they go, "Do you want to see the kitchen?"
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
No, I want to run.
What's the run part? Come in. And then they take us into their bunker where they sleep 5.
It was like our train car minus the wounded.
That's what I said. I go, this is nicer than our train car, even though it's underground and made of mud and
We've got to control what's happening.
But,
Living for you can comfortably nap, hang out.
So is this better if you have a date?
I think this isn't going to be a very big band. It is.
Yeah, sure. This bunker's rocking.
So we bugged out and went and shot small arms, comparably to what we just shot.
Weapons and
Machine guns. There.
No, I wish I would have went.
Yeah, parts of it were totally.
I want to shoot howitzers from the.
here's where Joby comes in. Now they're like going and they're putting like cans in the branches of trees as targets.
And guns are floating around like, remember
They
how
didn't
you
do
used
any
to
better than us.
remember how I handled guns when I was around you, Chad? Point it down to the ground, and people. I wanted it out of my hand, but they were.
They were concerned about our footwear.
Yeah.
Remember? Because
yeah.
I have my black dress shoes on, and I don't know what.
I had my running shoes on, which I did not want to get muddy.
Yeah, and we're in thick mud, like you couldn't, like
gummy, like dog mud.
When you guys packed all your clothing, you just neglected your footwear.
No, we both had adequate footwear that we decided not to bring.
Yeah,
because
I
it
left
didn't
the
go with
hiking
my
boots
suit.
behind. Yeah, I regret that. I regret that definitely. Them hiking boots carried them over there.
Instead of going down into the bunker where the 5 people could sleep in bunks, Andy took the first step, and we're in heavy mud, bad footwear. Andy goes flat on his ass, like.
Andy goes flat on that. Andy Gerber went flat on his ass when he said that.
Another laugh, but yeah, it's hard to walk, and then you start going.
Game over. I wanted to go to a shootout.
Up on the sidewalk, my first drink of the day was scattered, and then I really questioned having another first drink.
So now we're firing guns at this firing range, and I mean I didn't think we'd get out of there because
they cut open a big artillery box. So like when you go shooting with Joby, they're buying the rounds, but they let you know it'd be cool if you pitched in or whatever. And these guys are just like get a big knife and cut open another crate and just unlimited bullets. Which was exciting for me with the machine gun.
And but it was you don't open with artillery and then go to
small arm
picking off cans in a tree.
What you get? Like fully automatic.
They kept pulling out different guns, but then they pulled out the gun with the scope because everyone's missing the cans. Joby never missed a can anytime. They're launched in the air. These are stationary, and I'm like, wait. You're missing these? And then I don't know if they pulled out the scope because they were embarrassed.
Well, that one guy, he had the driver, and I think he takes pride in his ability to shoot from a distance. And I think he had that full, like the black leather jacket.
Yeah.
Was getting down and putting bullets in the cans. I went up and looked at the cans later, and I thought that I wasn't hit. Maybe I didn't hit anything. It's possible, but I was like, man, I just, I could see dirt sometimes, and sometimes I couldn't. But there was a lot of bullet holes in those cans when there wasn't when we hung them up. So
Joby was
Ukraine
the one who
has
turned me
toughest cans.
Shooting cans of shaving cream from the dollar store. We take them out. That's what we line up, and for sure when you hit.
Oh, how much fun would we have had that day if we had shaving cream? That would have been next level.
At some point, I was
I got a shitload of bullets, you guys, if you want to go do it.
I don't know what we were doing or off talking about, but the 4 of them, they started with Fatty, the guy that's gonna.
They were chasing him like a football, scrum, but a lot of guys carrying sidearms too.
For the record, if they were saying they would me first in prison, I would want to be by our driver first.
Oh, really? Wow.
That guy was badass. He did not.
Who was number 2 in your car, or was it? It was okay.
Fatty. It was me.
Okay,
and Fatty.
just those two.
Had the guy that looked like
troops. Okay, I thought there was a
new lieutenant.
Yeah,
The green lieutenant in platoon. That
very. I don't want to hear the list order of what guys you would have viewed for.
Well, you're just jealous because you weren't there.
I mean, listen, I'm glad that you made a list.
I would go with my driver first because he was clean cut, didn't say a whole lot, and he's pretty handsome. Yeah.